politics, where Deputy Secretary General of Jubilee Party and a SOE Member of Parliament, Caleb Kositany, has told of the ruling party Secretary General Raphael Tuju of his sentiments on the Naivasha retreat. On Monday, Tuju stated that the Naivasha retreat was not a Jubilee parliamentary group meeting. Speaking in Soy constituency in Uasin Gishu County, Kositany said as a ruling party, they will convene several meetings to popularize the BBI report. Elvis Kosgei spoke to the MP. Let's listen in.
Thank you very much. We are coming to you from Soy constituency in Uasin Gishu County. We'll be engaging Soy Member of Parliament Caleb Kositany, who is also Jubilee's Deputy Secretary General, matters BBI, and also the sentiments by Jubilee Secretary General Raphael Tuju. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. I understand that we are in Naivasha, where we had close to 173 lawmakers who attended the function, which was about the BBI. Maybe as a party, I understand that we've been having issues. Yesterday we saw Raphael claiming that that was not a PG meeting. Maybe as the Deputy Secretary General of the Jubilee Party, what is the correct position?
Well, I think Raphael Tuju is a bit too fast to comment or to draft letters or to sign letters. I don't know what the issue was with us meeting in Naivasha. I don't know why he got agitated to write such a letter. To me, the letter was totally uncalled for, totally unnecessary, and Raphael Tuju should apologize to the members of parliament, Jubilee members of parliament who were there. He should have waited for us to complete our statement, whereby we stated that we were meeting as like-minded members of parliament from all across the political divide. We had members of ODM, we had members of Ford Kenya, we had members who were elected under the independent party, and we all met there in order to discuss issues to do with BBI. Where Tuju got the information that it was a PG meeting, yes, it was a PG meeting, but not of Jubilee. It was a PG meeting of like-minded members of parliament from the different political divide. I think Tuju should apologize, and I would call on His Excellency the President to try and assign Tuju some other duties so that he can stop being idle and just writing unnecessary letters to belittle members of parliament. What Tuju should know is if we were to average that each of the 173 members who were present yesterday represent about 40,000 people, then 40,000 times 173, you get 6.8 million voters voted in those members of parliament. So as we sat in Naivasha, we were talking on behalf of 6.8 million people, and that is on the lower side. So that should be respected. We will not take kindly Tuju's letter, and I think as members of Jubilee, we are waiting. Once the elections come, we are going to take serious action and exercise our democratic right so that we have officials in the party who have the interests of the party at heart.
Mm-hmm. Now, as a ruling party, does this mean this is a divided house?
Well, it's a democratic house. What you need to understand about Jubilee, it is very democratic. The president has given us democratic space whereby everybody with different shade of opinion can air their views without fear or favor. And that is why we are able to speak the way we are without fear of any repercussion, because we are building a national party. Remember, we formed Jubilee because we wanted to get away of the tribal cocoon parties, tribal groupings, and dictatorship that was witnessed in small parties, whereby you have to worship so the party leader in order to be given a favor or to be even given a nomination certificate. But Jubilee is a broad-based party, is a national party with a majority of MCAs, majority of MPs, majority of women reps, majority of senators, majority of governors. So it's the ruling party, and democracy is practicing and is rife in a Jubilee party.
Talking of the party elections, do you foresee one?
Well, I foresee because constitutionally we are meant to file returns by end of March. We have been temporarily in office for the last 4 years. It is a constitutional requirement that we file returns. File returns means either the current officials continue, or we hold party elections and change, or we hold a NEC meeting and a delegates conference and endorse the current officials to continue. So it doesn't really necessitate that there's going to be a change. But I have a feeling that members of parliament and members of the Jubilee party across the country would love to have elections so that they can have representatives from the grassroots up to the national level.
Talking of the BBI, we've seen that it has kicked off a political storm in the North region. We understand that President Uhuru Kenyatta appointed Elgeyo Marakwet Governor Alex Tolgos maybe to spearhead the BBI leaders and like-minded leaders. Maybe as a member of the Jubilee Party, what should we expect?
Well, as a member of the Jubilee Party, I think that was an oversight and on the side of the president, and he should withdraw that appointment of Tolgos. Because first of all, the meeting that they said Tolgos would coordinate is being held in Uasin Gishu County, whereby we have our governor, who is able. We have our elected representatives, who our MCAs, our members of parliament, senators, women rep. We have all of them. They are all of good health and of sound mind, and they are able to organize that meeting. And if anything is to go by, we want to say that Tolgos will not organize the meeting in Eldoret. We are the ones who are going to take charge. And I want to say this. We said it in Naivasha that we do not want a single coin from the national government to organize our BBI meetings. We are going to fund it as representatives. We are going to fundraise from well-wishers. We are going to ask people to come there expecting no allowances and come and listen and give their views, and then we will have our memorandum that we will present to the Haji Commission. So I think the issue of Tolgos organizing a meeting in Eldoret, let him even try and organize one meeting in his village in Elgeyo Marakwet, and we see whether it will succeed.
Maybe lastly, in Uasin Gishu County, have you maybe convened a consultative meeting with area leaders from the different sub-counties?
You see, what happened with this BBI, first it came in as a mystery item, because the president was telling us it was about uniting Kenya. Raila was telling us it's a tsunami, it's going to sweep those who are not there. So we were a bit skeptical. But when we went to Bomas, and we said this yesterday, we saw the draft that was released and was launched by the president, and we liked it. And we say, and we stand there, we're saying we are supporting Bomas Draft 1. Bomas Draft has launched at Bomas of Kenya. We do not support a Bomas 2, whereby they want, or BBI 2, whereby they want to now put in the position of a powerful prime minister and several deputies, a deputy president and several deputies and regional commissioners and all that. We do not support that, because BBI should be about the common wananchi, not about increasing positions at the top in order to satisfy egos of some few leaders.
You're a close ally and a vocal defender of Deputy President William Ruto. Maybe what's the relationship between the DP and the president?
Well, I saw people getting excited yesterday that the deputy president and the president had a 5-hour meeting. That should not be news, Elvis, when the president and the deputy meet. They are the leaders of this country. They were elected. They have the mandate to run affairs of this country. And they meet regularly. I don't know why yesterday's meeting should create news. What is news is when the president meets the leader of opposition or the former leader of opposition, Raila. That is news, because that one is meant to be running the opposition. The other is meant to be running government. But when government and government meet, it should not be news. I think the relationship between the president and his deputy is cordial. We have not had anything. We stand and we believe our president will tell us if he has changed his mind on what he pronounced himself during the 2017 campaigns, that he will run for 10 years and then he will support his deputy for the next 10 years. And that is where we stand, and we say Jubilee is alive and strong, and we are moving on.
Thank you very much. That was Soy, Member of Parliament Caleb Kositany, highlighting issues, and of course he has exuded confidence as a party. They are strong and they're going to conduct maybe meetings here in Uasin Gishu County, and of course the major rally that we expect on February 16th that will likely to take place at 6